Okay everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can you see my mirror? No, you cannot. What am I gonna say? Okay, so first off, I would just like to say, if I look extra dewy, it's because our air conditioning is broken and it's really hot outside and I'm a sweater. I fucking sweat like nobody's business when my body temperature is even slightly raised above like normal temperature. So we're gonna be really glowy today because let me just tell you this story time really quickly. Am I filming? Yes. Okay, good. So I said our air conditioning unit is broken. It's not cooling. I'm pretty sure it's the unit that's on our roof because I'm like relatively handy, so I checked to the inside and everything seemed to be okay. I changed the filter and I was like, I'm pretty sure something is wrong with our roof unit. Because every time someone has, because our air conditioning fucking breaks all the fucking time, and every time people have to go into our roof, and I was like, we don't have a ladder. I need you to bring a ladder for sure because I know something's going on up there. The guy fucking comes, takes 1 second look at the inside unit, and he's like, yeah, there's something, I need to like go up on the roof to fix it. Guess what he didn't bring? A ladder. So he literally came for like 2 minutes and didn't bring the one specific thing that he needed that I specifically asked for, and then left and was like, I'll be back on Friday. And I was like, cool, it's supposed to be 30 degrees tomorrow. But that's awesome. Okay, and so that's my rant over. Anyway, so our air conditioning is broken and I'm gonna be a little dewy. Anyway, so I saw Jamie Page do this video and she got this video idea from someone, a content creator called Julia Adams MUA. She looks pretty fucking dope, honestly. Her channel looks pretty good. I've never heard of her before, but I thought that this was a really good idea. Like, I was like, fucking genius, man. Good job. This is a really like, I'm here for it. So I'm gonna copy both of them and do this video today talking about my top 3 makeup products in each category, which is just like such a good idea. It's such a good idea. I wish I had come up with it, but that's what we're going to be doing today. If you're not following Jamie, definitely go follow her and go follow Julia as well because she's the brainchild of this little video idea. Okay, so let's just get started so I can stop filming as soon as possible because I feel like my face is gonna sweat all the way off. Alright, so first let's just go in the order of fucking makeup application. So primers. I have like 3 different types of primers because I use them for different things. Okay, so my number 1 overall holy grail primer, Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. I have the oiliest skin in the world, I swear to God, and this is the only primer that has ever made a difference and actually controls my oil and makes me not look greasy and shiny, prolongs the wear of my makeup. It's relatively expensive, but it does last me an incredibly long time. I would highly recommend checking this out if you have oily skin. If you don't have oily skin, I would stay far, far away. Another primer that I've been loving, I guess this is kind of like multi-purpose, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. Fantastic. I like this because it's glowy, but it's not like dewy or emollient. It's not sticky, it just adds a glow. So it's not gonna make you feel or look overly greasy. It just adds a little bit of life back to your skin. Recently, I've been mixing this into my foundation and it's the most beautiful product that makes your skin look glowy, but just naturally glowy in the most beautiful way. Like you have maybe a little bit of sweat going on, but like the most beautiful sweat. Anyway, I really, really like this. It's an affordable, well, it's a little bit more expensive, but in terms of like glowy products, it's a little bit more affordable than some of the high-end options, and I really like it. Another primer, I guess, that perhaps you might like if you have drier skin. I use this if I am doing my makeup later, after I've moisturized, or as like skin prep kind of. The Vichy Mineral 89 Skin Fortifying Daily Booster. It adds like the perfect amount of like hydration and moisture into your skin that makes it just makes it feel like you freshly washed and moisturized your face, and it just reinvigorates it basically. I don't know. I really like this. I don't know much about skincare, but I am a fan. It is a little bit more expensive. Actually, stole this from my mom, but when I ran out, I would definitely consider repurchasing that for sure. Next category is foundation. Now, I don't have my #1 foundation with me because it's used up and it's expensive, but it's the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I've talked about this all the fucking time. So beautiful, lightweight, medium to full, like buildable coverage, but it has this like radiant effect to your skin that just makes it look like your skin is so healthy. It's like not dewy, it's not necessarily glowy, but it just looks like, gives your face a natural glowing luminosity. It's so fucking nice, so fucking expensive, but so good. I also really love the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. This is actually done. I've used up a whole bottle of this. I really like it. You definitely have to do good skin prep before you put this on because it can be a little bit dry, but I find if I really prep my skin well, I love the way this looks. It almost like has a blurring effect to your face. Like it makes you look like you have an actual filter on your face. It's so beautiful. Again, very lightweight. It's not very thick. It can dry down quickly, so you have to work kind of like in sections of your face, and it can be matte. I like that because I like how it wears. I think it wears super gracefully as well. It doesn't break up or anything like that. But if you have dry skin, perhaps not the one for you, but a really beautiful foundation for if you're oily. And it's kind of like mid-range, $40 Canadian, so it's definitely expensive, but it's not like $60 like the Nars one. I also really love, I haven't talked about this as much, but the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwater Foundation. This is what I'm wearing today. It's just a very middle of the road foundation. I feel like so many people would get along with this because it has a really beautiful medium coverage. Again, you can build it up. It blends beautifully. It wears really well. And it's a very natural finish. It's not matte, it's not dewy, it's just like your skin, but better. And it wears well as well. It's not the most long-wearing foundation I've ever used, but it's kind of like a very dependable, really nice foundation. And I think it would be a good go-to for like pretty much anyone if you're not really sure where to go. I think for most skin types, this would work. Although I am like quite on the far end of the oily spectrum, so just keep that in mind. But if you want a foundation that's not going to be like full matte, that's a really nice one to go for as well. For concealer, again, probably one of my #1s I don't have with me, but it's the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Again, I've talked about this so many times, so I won't fucking ramble on about it, but beautiful coverage. Blends itself, lasts all day, doesn't get gunky or like crease or anything like that. It's so good. It comes in a really large tube. It lasts a really long time. I really want to buy another one. Another one that I love, again, I've talked about a lot, is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Beautiful for spot concealing, also beautiful for all over the face. So smooth, so creamy, really blendable, lasts a long time. It's like, again, like the perfect concealer, especially for spot concealing, because it's not really thick, it's not super gunky, where I feel like a lot of times like pot concealers can be. that are just gonna emphasize like any texture or dryness that you may have, particularly around blemishes. It covers them up. It still looks like a natural finish. I use this to cut my crease. It's so, so good. I honestly am never without this. Fucking expensive, but really, really beautiful. And another one that when I was thinking about this, I was trying to think of like my third concealer, and I honestly think it's Maybelline Fit Me. This is very much an old reliable for me. I pretty much always have this in my collection. It's not one that I would like imagine myself going for typically because it's lighter coverage, more of like an almost dewy finish, but when you set this down, and I typically use like a spot concealer with this because I have like a lot of acne, it's really beautiful. If you don't want something that's gonna like really be full coverage and really like mask a lot of your skin, this is such a good option. It's from the drugstore, it's affordable, and it's great. And they expanded the shade range on this, and I pretty much always have this in my collection at all times. In terms of powder, because I am a powder bitch, I still use powder, and I'm waiting for the time that powder is gonna come back because I can't be out here with an unset face, okay? Because my foundation is just gonna get everywhere and it's gonna last 5 minutes. But anyway, that was unnecessarily defensive. The Maybelline Fit Me, again, it's one I use this like almost on a daily basis. It's affordable, it's from the drugstore, it's really good. Like if you told me this was a high-end powder, I would 100% believe you. It smooths your skin, like almost blurs it, but it doesn't, again, gunk up, get weird, get patchy throughout the day. If you're gonna get oily, it really wears really beautifully. It lasts me a long time. It really like checks all the boxes. I also love the Beauty Bakerie flour powder. It's definitely finer in consistency than the Maybelline Fit Me, but so nice. It really smooths your skin. It wears so well. I think I might like this a little bit more just because it really blurs your skin. Absolutely love this. I have the shade Rice, which is a white. I might go for the translucent one next time, but definitely would recommend, and it's a black-owned brand. Another one, my pressed powder, my favorite pressed powder is actually an OG Rimmel Stay Matte. This is one that I just have when I finish the powder that I'm currently using. I've been trying different ones here and there, but I really just love this. It doesn't have a ton of pigment. It really just sets your face. It's very simple, you know? It's lightweight. It isn't heavy. It doesn't make you look cakey. It lasts a really long time. It's a relatively affordable, because I think it's like $8 or something, and I really like it. Fucking hate the packaging though. It always breaks. And the shade range is not that great, which is why I've been trying to try different powders, but I do have that one for now. In terms of bronzer, number one, for sure, all-time favorite is Fenty Beauty. What is the actual name? Instant Warmth Bronzer. Sun Stalk'r Instant Warmth Bronzer. I have the shade Into Sun. It's the lightest one. I love this. It's like my perfect bronzing shade. It's buildable, so you can really like customize how you want it. It's the perfect neutral tone, especially if you have really fair skin like me, which is something that I very frequently struggle with. I absolutely love it. I can't see myself ever being without this. I can see myself going through one full one of these, and if I would be okay if this was the only bronzer that I ever had to use ever in my life. I think it's beautiful. Another one that is a favorite, but that I probably am gonna just try to use up and rotate out of my collection because of the brand, but the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I haven't talked about this as much recently, but it really is beautiful. I've hit pan on it, as you can see. I actually kind of like the smell, so I don't mind the smell, but it really blends beautifully. It's a really beautiful tone if you have fair skin. It has like the slightest sheen, but not too much. It's so nice. It's just so unfortunate that Physicians Formula just, it's kind of clear who the audience they want to cater to is, and it's not anyone with a deeper skin tone, so that fucking sucks. So I probably won't repurchase that. I also haven't talked about this in a while, but this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzette bronzer, I have the shade 01 Light. So beautiful. It's huge. It's so big, but it's such a beautiful glowy bronzer. It's, again, more of a neutral tone, so it's not super orange or red. It's a just a hint on the deep side, but I can make it work. And it just has the most beautiful sheen that's glowy, but it's not too much. Again, I've almost hit pan on this, and I haven't talked about this as much recently, again, because they don't have the best shade range on this bronzer, but it's such a really beautiful product, and definitely one of my favorites. But I'm really trying to look for bronzers that have better shade ranges as best as I can. Highlighter. I feel like I've probably talked about most of these over and over and over again, but this one I know I have. Natasha Denona Super Glow. I mean, I have the shade 01 Fair. It's beautiful. Again, I've talked about this a ton. It's like glass skin in a compact. It's sheeny. It makes you look glowy, but it's not like a super metallic highlighter, but it is quite high shine. It's so nice. Again, so expensive, but so beautiful. Benefit Cookie is another one that I love. It's one of the very few Benefit products that I am even remotely interested in. So I hate the packaging. I detest the packaging. I wish, anyway, that's not the point, but it's such a beautiful, really intense, like champagne highlighter. I can't even show you the color because the packaging is so dumb. And so glowy, so smooth, so easy to blend. I love it. I love it so much. And then last but not least, this is again another Old Faithful for me, MAC Double Gleam. It's just the right amount of glow. It's just the right amount of glow where it definitely is a highlighter. Like it's a glowy, almost metallic highlighter, but it's not too much. It doesn't have a really strong base to it, so it looks just very sheeny, very like glow from within. For me, it's like the perfect neutral highlighter. It doesn't lean too gold, it doesn't lean too pink. It's really neutral. It's not even like champagne. It's just like a neutral, like beige almost. I love it. I know that they have like a pretty good range of shades in this line, and I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this. Again, one that I haven't used in a while, but it's one that I always come back to. For blush, I'm just gonna stop saying it. Fenty Beauty Clown Blush, or Fenty Beauty. It's Likely Makeup Clown Blush Palette. I love it. It's perfect in every way. That's literally all I have to say. Blendability, beautiful. Color choice, beautiful. Packaging, 10 out of 10. You can sheer it out, you can build it up. It's stunning. It's stunning. I also love, I only have one shade of this, the Cover FX Blush Monochromatic Blush Duo. This is the shade Pink Dahlia. It's like a warmer pink shade. Matte side, again, really blendable. You can build it up, you can sheer it out. Looks so beautiful on your skin, such a beautiful brightening shade. The glowy side, perfect amount of sheen. It's not super, super like glowy where it looks like it's a highlighter, but it's not really subtle. It's like perfect amount of glow. I love it. I just want to get so many more shades, but don't really have access to Cover FX. They also have a pretty good range, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, in this line. Another one, I don't know if this is just these 4 specific blushes or if it's the whole range of blushes, but the ColourPop and Kathleen Lights blush collaboration, I have all 4. So beautiful. This is the shade, I think Lunar has it. This is the shade So Retrograde, which I'm wearing on my cheeks today. This is my Sun and Stars, which is such a beautiful coral with a gold sheen. And then this is I Need Space, which is like a mauve. I just think they have, they're pigmented, they're buildable, they're blendable. They have a slight sheen, so they give life to your face, but they're not like super, super glowy. They're really, really nice, and I also love the color choice. Again, I don't know if that's all of ColourPop blushes, and I'm just still not sold on ColourPop right now, but if I'm being honest, that is my 3rd top favorite blush. Eyeshadow, I'm just going to say eyeshadow formulas because I can't pick 3 palettes, okay? So don't make me, because I'm not going to. Definitely my top 3 are Juvia's Place. I know a lot of people say Juvia's Place formula is overrated. Maybe. I really love it still. I think they have really solid metallics. Their mattes are really, really buildable and really easy to blend. I think their color stories are inspiring to me. I reach for them all of the time, and I really love Juvia's Place and their black on brand as well. Kaleidos, again, love them. Sometimes I find their mattes can be, depending on the shades, a little bit hard. Sometimes, like a caveat, sometimes hard to layer, but that's not generally I have a really, really great time with them, but I do find on the rare occasion that can happen, just as a little aside. But yeah, again, like packaging, impeccable. Vision, impeccable. Pigmented, blendable, beautiful color stories, sparkly, beautiful shimmers. I just love Kaleidos so much, and I really love Colored Rain. I love Colored Rain. I love the depth that Colored Rain gives. I love the bold colors that Colored Rain gives, and I think they're honestly really underrated. I know a lot of people say that they don't like Colored Rain's formula. I personally really like it. It's not like maybe the most beginner friendly, but I love it. And if a brand is giving me depth to my eyeshadows, I'm gonna be here for them. Eyeliner is a difficult one because I don't have a ton of eyeliner favorites. For a long, long time, the Tarte Gel Liner, I'll put a picture up on the screen if I can find it, in black, was my go-to. It was really creamy, so it's easy to manipulate, but it lasted a long time, and it was easy to remove. It really checked all my boxes. I think that's discontinued. I can't find it on Sephora anymore. I don't know. I've been using recently the Sephora eyeliner, or the Sephora brush tip liquid liner in waterproof. I really have been enjoying this. It's really easy to use. It lasts a long time. It hasn't dried out yet. It doesn't flake away or anything or pill up on itself. I really like it, although I haven't recently tried that many liquid liners because I've been using gel liners for so long. So I don't want to say that this is top 3, but I have been enjoying it. And pencil liners, I'm still trying to find ones that I really, really love. I have a lot of ColourPop ones, but they're so hit or miss that I couldn't even recommend them because I don't know. Some are really good, creamy, last a long time, and some are just the worst liners. So that's my thing on eyeliners. For brows, Now, I know that NYX is a little bit iffy in terms of their like release for the Make It Black campaign that Pull Up for Change did. But I want to recommend like affordable products, and they do really good brow products at a more affordable price. And so obviously being able to buy exclusively high-end brow products is a financial privilege, and I just want to like, I'm just gonna say it because these are my favorites, but I just also want to recognize that I see NYX. The Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, I've been obsessed with this. It's so good. It's like perfect amount of pigment where it's sheer but not like, but still shows up, but not like you're using a Sharpie on your brows, and the brush tip is like perfect texture and like firmness. It's so good. I would recommend for sure. I also love the NYX pencil liner. I think it's a really good pencil liner. And I also, in terms of brow gel, the Annabelle eyebrow shaping gel, so good. I can't find it anywhere. It might be gone forever, I don't know, but it's like so beautiful, and it's like my favorite eyebrow gel. So if you're in Canada, you can get a hold of that. Keep your eyes peeled when you're in the drugstore. Setting spray. Right now, my #1 favorite is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. It really locks your makeup in place and sets it in a way that not a lot of setting sprays do. Again, more affordable because I don't really want to spend a lot of money on setting sprays because it's something that I rotate through. Not super fast, but it's not gonna last me like a super long time either, so I tend to stick to more affordable ones. Pixi, I do like their makeup fixing mist, I believe, or makeup setting mist. I really love that one. I don't have it with me either. And those are like the two that stand out to me. If you want one that, the Pixi Glow Mist is really nice if you have dry skin, but it's quite glowy. And I do like the Pixi like Milky Mist, which is the most disgusting name, but it is like a really good middle of the road, not super dewy, but like hydrating mist. So, but the two, the Maybelline one and the Pixi Makeup Setting Mist are like my two faves. I don't have three necessarily for that category. Okay, I am back looking different. My camera like kept overheating and it just wouldn't stay on yesterday, so I'm here to conclude the lip portion of this video. So I couldn't control myself and I have 4 categories. So starting off with lip liner, hands down #1 favorite lip liner ever. I've been using this literally non-stop. It's the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade 506 Endless Cacao. This is the one I have, but this formula is perfection. It's a little bit harder. It's not super creamy like a lipstick, but it still applies beautifully. It blends beautifully. It wears beautifully. It's so good. This specifically, I love the tone of it. It's cool tone, so it looks like a legitimate contour on your lips, but it's not like too much. I just can't stop wearing it, and I want to get like literally every shade. The next shade, or the next lip pencil is, I wear this a lot as well. This is a little bit creamier. This is the L'Oreal Color Reach Matte Sharpenable Lip Liner. I specifically have the shade 114 Matte and Call. I also really love this. It's a little bit of a deeper brown on me, so probably a light brown on most people, but it almost is like a lipstick formula. It's really creamy. You can blend it out really easily. Again, really long wearing. And if you don't like a harder pencil, that's definitely one that I would recommend, and it's one from the drugstore as well. And then the other lip pencil formula that I actually really like, you can see again, this is a little nub. It's the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner. I have the shade Natural. This is quite like a light peachy shade, so it's probably only going to work for you if you have like a fair skin tone. But in terms of the actual formula of this pencil, again, it's a little bit harder, so I find that that's easier to get like more of a precise shape or line, but it still applies really nice. It doesn't tug or anything, and it wears really, really well, and I just really love it. I just wish that they had a better, wider selection of shades because I don't have a ton for that line, but I do really like the formula. In terms of like actual bullet lipstick, I have obviously 3 here. I love the MAC matte lipstick formula. Is so fucking good. My favorite shade, actually I think this is the only one I have, is the shade Yash. To me, this is like perfection in a matte lipstick in terms of bullet lipstick. It's matte, so it's long wearing, but it's comfortable to wear. It's easy to apply, but it doesn't have any sheen or anything. Like, it looks like a matte lipstick. It's so, so good. I mean, everyone loves MAC for a reason, and it's a brand and a formula that I often forget about, but it's just like an OG long-standing favorite. I also love the Maybelline matte formula. This is the shade 545 Beige Babe. This is kind of like my go-to pinky or toned nude. This is all I have left. I use this all of the time. Pretty similar, I would say, to the MAC matte lipstick. It's matte, which I obviously prefer, but again, comfortable to wear, easy to apply, long wearing relatively for a bullet lipstick, and it's affordable. I really, really love that. I also love the Propa Beauty Luminous Satin Lipsticks. My favorite shade is the shade Finesse. This is like a almost yellow toned lighter brown. I've been reaching for this all of the time. It's so beautiful. They wear so beautifully. They go on a little bit more satin, obviously, like a little bit more creamy, but they wear and fade down almost to like a matte. So nice, so comfortable to wear. I really love them, and if they ever come out with lighter shades, which I'm not saying they should, because that's obviously very much not the point of Propa's brand, but or Propa. I actually think it's pronounced Propa, but I love this. I really, really love this. And if they ever came out with lighter shades, I would get them all. For liquid lipstick, because I still love a liquid lipstick, I'm not gonna lie to you, my 3 favorites are the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, just in terms of the longevity. I love these. They last through anything. And that's, at the end of the day, a large priority for a liquid lipstick formula is just being able to last and wear well. Not everyone's gonna love those. They are a little bit tacky on the lips, but they last forever. I also love the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipsticks. So nice. Pigmented. They're so easy to apply, but they definitely dry down to like a full matte with like no transfer or anything, but they wear so well. This is specifically the shade Blood Bank. This was, I think, a limited edition for Halloween, but so, so good, and also affordable. And I also love the Sephora cream lip stains. They have a really huge range of shades, so definitely, I mean, if you're looking for a shade, they'll probably have it. And these are just like a good standard liquid lipstick that really has never steered me wrong. They're like a pretty good middle of the road price range. They are opaque, they wear well, I don't find them overly drying, and I love them a lot. Now for lip gloss, I actually don't have 3, I only have 2 formulas. The first being Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. I love these so much. I have 3 shades. I have the shade Diamond Milk, which is a clear with a like sparkle. Oh, this is low-key leaking. This is the shade Fussy. It's like a light pink shade. I wear this all of the time. And then I have the shade Fenty Glow. This is a newer edition, but you guys know what Fenty Glow looks like. I'm obsessed. I love these. They make your lips look like glass. They're really long wearing. And I am not even interested in purchasing other types of glasses. I just want to get all of the shades of these. I also do love the Essence lip gloss formula. This is the Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. This is just the clear, but it's a more affordable option and a similar feeling to the Fenty ones in that it's pretty thick, but it makes your lips look so juicy in the best way. I also realized that I didn't include mascara because I really only have one mascara that's like my favorite, which is the Maybelline, I can't even remember the name of it. I'll put a picture up on the screen. How can I haven't used it in a while. But it's like the best mascara that I've ever used, and I've never really come across one that I like better. So that's all I have. So mascara is not really a fun category for me. But I'm sweating. I have chin sweat going on. It's so hot in my apartment. So I'm just gonna end it here. This video is gonna be long enough and I gotta get to work. So thank you so much for watching. I would love to know your guys' favorite products. I don't care if it's a long comment. Leave me a list down below. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.